Let's call Wayne Knight.
Hello?
Wayne?
Yes.
Hey, it's Jerry Zucker and Andy Breckman.
Oh, my God!
It's like a dream come true, isn't
I
it?
know. Both at once? What have I done wrong?
We have a whole list of things you've done wrong.
Yeah, but we'll get to that later.
What are you doing?
Oh, well, I'm in the middle of Pitchland.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either. No, actually, my friend Stephen Root and I are developing a show for ourselves, and we're in the midst of developing and pitching and back and forth between couches.
Do you need a writer?
Do you need a director?
Yeah, we're on our way.
We'll come right over. We're running this radio dispatched director-writer service now. If someone needs someone fast.
Exactly.
It's a 24-hour thing.
We are there, 20 minutes, or your money back. I guess we should tell the man why we're calling.
All right.
Go ahead, Andy.
Oh, you go ahead. I'm too shy.
We're actually in a studio, a recording studio in Santa Monica, and we're doing the commentary for the DVD.
Right.
And we're recording this right now because we're calling all the actors to ask for their input. Reminiscence.
This phone call is being recorded. Jerry and I.
So we're doing an elaborate phone patch for a DVD.
Yes, Jerry and I. We learned have nothing of interest to say about the movie, and so we figured maybe the cast can help us out.
Okay. All right.
And we actually don't have anything interesting to say about anything. I don't know why we thought it would change, when we started to talk about the movie.
Jerry was actually just talking. We were watching the movie. He was talking about how perfectly paired up characters in the movie seemed to be. And I would agree that you and Rowan were like made in heaven.
Who knew? Because the first day when we were up in Calgary, I knew him as incredibly funny and malleable and rubbery, and then when I got there, I was meeting a minister of Parliament. I had no idea that he was, a serious Tory gentleman, on the side.
But when I look at you and Rowan on the screen, I can't help but think it's like a classic comedy pairing. It's the big guy and the little guy.
Luckily for myself, people of normal dimension usually fit with me well. It's helpful if they're slight or tall, because there is a certain thing. I think it was the 39 World's Fair that first demonstrated the fact that if you have something that looks like a needle and something that looks like a globe, they fit well together.
Students of comedy are
and I also, I'm constantly thinking that I've lost weight, and then I'm paired with a normal human being, and it's the same effect. Exactly same effect.
But you have lost weight. You look great.
Yeah, but I've lost enough weight that now it looks like I might live and still work. But not to the point where I'm going to leave my wife.
Now, Wayne, we are asking everyone we call, because we've been surprising cast members today on the phone.
Yes.
We've been asking them what they've done today. What was their day like, and what do they have planned for tonight?
Oh, all right. Well, tonight my wife is working, so I'll be drinking and shooting off pistols, as I normally do.
We'll be reading about that in the police blotter.
Yeah.
I try to have the kind of like New Year's Eve festivities in Tijuana. That's basically.
So your wife working is a good thing.
I want to know what kind of anecdotes Vince came up with.
We caught Vince. He was doing his laundry. And that was, I think, the most interesting part of the phone call.
Vince was doing his laundry, and Cupid was naked, about to step into the shower.
Oh, well, the shower ruins the entire image.
Yeah. We were hoping to find everyone naked, but apparently all we've gotten is Cuba so far.
Well, you could actually do that. You should just ask everyone, just record. Actually, I'm naked at the moment, and then everyone will be naked.
Or just ask people to take their clothes off.
And most of the cast are in their cars, so it'll be a little tricky.
So you're like locating people on whatever phone
wherever,
yes,
wherever we can find them.
Your partner Rowan might be the most difficult to find.
Well, yeah, Rowan probably won't want you to find him.
Yeah, that might be true. He's probably racing his car.
But now I'm totally fascinated. I mean, as to what his life is like.
Am I remembering
He's-
that right? He did say he was a race car driver, right?
And even when he's not, racing on a racetrack somewhere, he's driving some really hot cars. But here's something else that's interesting. Sometimes I've noticed with actors. I mean, we were talking a little bit about Rowan. I mean, he's very different off screen and on. But you're very funny off screen too. But the characters you play on screen are really, really very different from what you really like. And specifically, you seem to play a lot these characters with a real devil in them, or some sadistic characters, or evil. And in fact, you're really sweet. And why? I mean, that's sometimes the nicest guys on the set are the guys that play the villains.
You know what I think it is? I think that a lot of times actors, the thing that they are incapable of being in life, they gravitate towards in performance. So if you don't see yourself as being strong, or as taking care of yourself, or doing the things just that you want, and whatever, if you live for other people, maybe the character you gravitate to is one who just is selfish and does things just for themselves. And if you feel like you're basically a bastard, maybe you gravitate towards decent people. You want to show the side of yourself that you don't get to show in life. And then if you're lucky enough to be successful at it at any time, then you get trapped into it. I mean, I think that really what happens when you're a character guy is that you just keep playing these parts, and then suddenly one of them catches people's fancy. And when you do get to do something else, you're like all excited. Then you see it, and you go, oh, it's not so good. Anyway.
I guess the character.
That's really interesting. I think that's really.
It is.
Yeah.
The character in Rat Race, I guess, was a second cousin to your Seinfeld's character.
Well, initially you start out with him not necessarily being that, but as we went along, he becomes more that because it's needed. That's the formulation. That's
well, you've got to work up to actually wanting to kill this guy.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, you did write that, Andy.
Yeah, I know. That's right. Now that you pointed out, I did.
Yeah, but I mean, just pulling something out of the air in desperation, and you decide, well, killing him, that would be fine.
That's right.
Because he just wants to get there on time.
Well, I guess we should thank this man for his time.
Yeah, thank you, Wade. Any other last final thoughts or memories of any unkind things you want to say about anybody else in the cast?
Let me see if there's I feel like if I had actually been able to see Gloria Allred, that I would have done the line much differently. I know that oftentimes acting is in a vacuum.
That's right.
But when I saw her at the premiere, I was filled with immediate fear and animosity.
Well, next time we'll know.
Next time we'll have her do those off-screen lines. But she was busy, arguing some case, defending the innocent.
Yeah.
Defending our rights.
Thanks a lot, Wayne.
Thank you, Sharon.
Take care. Bye.